Hey everybody, this is Alec with TTT Games, the Table Trolls. Just wanted to show off the deck that I ran in our last game. This is going to be like the first video in our line of deck tech videos. So in that game I was playing some Esper Blink shenanigans with Aminatou because she's a good outlet for it. Pretty good commander overall. She can enable a lot of things, but the draw card lets you filter some cards off the top, kind of like a mini Sensei's top, which can be pretty good. And then she has the -1 ability, which lets you blink out some stuff, which if you guys watched the video in our last gameplay, you saw that that's kind of how I won, was utilizing her -1 and getting to do it over and over and over again. So there's some shenanigans like that in the deck. Overall, it's a pretty big blink heavy theme for the deck. So these are some of the big key winners of the deck, the idea of what the deck wants to do. Through here's tutors, value pieces, ramp, other things that can kind of utilize the blink to draw some cards. But we're going to go through some of the cards here that actually matter for the deck's win cons to do some nasty stuff. Overall, if you're looking at the package here, for the win cons, it's pretty normal for a blink deck to run some of these things. But being in black, we get to run some extra tutors. We get to run the Corpse Knight, which is super cool because he cares about creatures entering, not leaving. So you can kind of do some nasty stuff to win that way. Adventure is a big key one in this deck. Tutor these guys out, blink them a bunch, run through a dungeon, ping your opponents to death with it, draw your deck, stuff like that. There's a lot of nasty stuff you can do with Adventure. It's a little busted, but it's fun. It's all fun in game. So we're gonna go through some of the stuff that I was able to use in our game. So some of you saw Elish Norn lets you double up on triggers. So does the Panharmonicon. The main win con of the deck is get a doubler out for your ETBs, and then Feldar and your commander or Restoration Angel and Feldar, they kind of do the same thing with the commander. They can give you infinite mana that way. You don't win with infinite mana, so we have some ways to run through our deck with these, or if you saw with the doubler, after you get the infinite mana, once you get a draw ETB type creature like Baleful Strix, Mole Drifter, things like that, you can kind of run through your deck and get to your actual kill pieces, which Corpse Knight's a really good one. You could also go get, since we're in black, we have the Devastator, the Astartes Devastator from the Warhammer set. We also have Massacre Worm, things like that to just remove all your opponent stuff, and then you kind of play Beatdown if the Corpse Knight is gone. So we can run through a few of those quick little combos real quick and how the deck kind of works. So, I mean, Elish Norn's awesome. She is an insane card. She shuts down a lot of decks, so she values both as a stacks piece and an enabler. She might be the best Praetor printed besides maybe some of the Jin-Gitaxias nonsense, and I know that the newer Vorinclex can be really gross in the right deck, but I think overall, just face value, she's incredibly powerful. Shuts off a lot of decks, enables a lot of decks. She enables just nonsense stuff. Like, you could play her in a green-white deck that has, when this creature enters, restore an artifact, you can blow up 2. Super good, super good. I really like this old Peregrine Drake art. This can join with Deadeye Navigator is another way to get infinite mana, as long as you have more than 2 lands out, really. You can blink these 2 over and over and over again, make infinite mana, and then Aminatou doesn't have to sit there and do it, and you can use her for more toolboxy type stuff. And then the Resto Angel, Feldar, they do the same thing. Let's see if there's any other value creatures. So Spellseeker can kind of start your engine. I tried to do it with Archaeomancer after tutoring during our game. But Spellseeker can kind of go get you some of those tutors to keep your engines going. There's some blink spells in the deck, but overall the creatures in the deck enable it a little bit more. It's actually really creature heavy for Esper. Like I said, I got the Massacre Worm there, stuff like that's a board wipe. You're gonna end up running some of your normal blink at the end of the turn type things, just because you need the value. It is a combo deck at heart, but you can sit there and twiddle your thumbs a little bit because the deck is pretty resilient. This is an expensive deck, so we're running some fast mana, some free counter spell type stuff. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that you guys need to know about this deck specifically. This was originally just a Yorion deck, but I thought black with the Massacre Worm, the Eliminator, the Corpse Knight, things like that really kind of hooked me on, especially tutors. The tutors are nice. I do run Brago combo in the deck as well to get infinite, do the infinite blink type thing, but yeah, overall the deck is very fun. It's pretty resilient. The thing you got to worry about the most is just your life total getting smacked that early, because you are going to run some stuff that hurts you, and your opponents are going to hurt you too as soon as they kind of figure out your strategy. Overall, deck's pretty fun. I had a good time playing it. I had a good time winning. I liked blowing up people's lands and getting rid of annoying doubling type stuff. Looking at you, Wayne. But if you guys have any questions about the deck, leave some notes and leave some comments for us. I am going to end up breaking this deck. I have 2 other decks I want to kind of kit out with some of the cards in here. Blink for me it can be fun, but it's a strategy that a lot of people don't really enjoy. And we're here to have fun, not just win every game. And Blink is a very resilient strategy. For all of you who say, oh, Blink's not that strong, the CEDH players don't do it. We aren't playing CEDH in our videos for the most part. We will, I hope to eventually, but right now that is not what we're doing. If you want to see us play CEDH, I am totally down, but you guys got to convince the other 3, or we could probably get a few of our friends to guest star in some videos to play some CEDH. So this deck is going to go bye-bye, but if you liked it, I could always rebuild it, at least make a list of what I used for the deck, and you guys could try and build it. It is expensive. This was not a budget deck. Most of our decks aren't budget decks. So we're not a channel that does that, but we will end up playing with precons. If you guys want us to do a budget video, I'll build a deck for 20 bucks. I think that'd be a good time, running some only basics. Caveman magic is fun sometimes. So, as always, we are TTT Games. Like, subscribe, and check out our Patreon.